This us talking to the block, to the moms, to the homies lost, to the ones fighting demons in silence, to the kings and queens that forgot their crown. We four brothers coming straight from mud, hitting the web not for clout but for purse bills. Here, Rhythm Night brothers speaking truth to the mic, shining through the struggle, bringing dark to the light, block to your soul, let the message ignite. Podcast for the people, every word take flight. Gritty like the grind, hell first we strive. Social heat in the streets, trying to keep hope alive. 4 mics, 1 mission, make the people revive. It's the night time, tune in, feel the vibe. We 4 deep like corners on the block, mics hot in the lab, cooking truth non-stop, no gimmicks. This ain't clickbait chatter, this heartbeat, struggling soul, blacker than batter. Got fam trying to heal, broke bills on the table. Talk health, mental wealth, if we able, we enable. From the hood to the web, we built this escape. Tired of seeing kings trapped in a lowercase fake. Click clack on the keys, we ain't just pie, we preach it. Street slang, health hacks, real talk preaching. See the system rigged, trying to cage our minds, but we cracking the code like it's Columbine. I'm the brother with the blueprint, knowledge in my stash. Turn trauma to armor, pain into cash. 1 mic, 4 voices, no filters, no mask. We ain't just streaming, we building that path. Freedom Night brothers, speaking truth to the mic, shining through the struggle, bringing dark to the light. Block to your soul, let the message ignite. Podcast for the people, every word take flight. Gritty like the grind, health first we strive. Social heat in the streets, trying to keep hope alive. 4 mics, 1 mission, make the people revive. It's the nighttime, tune in, feel the vibe.
Oh yeah, 4 mics, 1 mission. Nighttime, nighttime.
I seen yo.
Peace and love, brothers.
What's up, my brothers?
Peace, peace. Where you at with the camera, Nat?
Live and direct, baby. Come on, son.
You on a incognito trip with the camera?
No.
You don't see you, my brother.
I see that you don't see me. I don't know why.
I can see you.
I went deep
Can you see me?
incognito. I guess he'll join us back. What's up, brother?
What's up, big brother? What's going on with you? How's everything
Oh,
with you
man.
tonight, my brother?
It's all good. What's up, Margaret Nick?
Margaret Nick, #1 stunner.
Waiting for Arden to make his move back. Kenny, why he doing that, man? So, you know it's a big election day today. Big election day.
Yes.
Around the nation, you know.
I voted up here in New Jersey this morning before I went to work. I went to work late and cast my vote for who I voted for. It's really a crucial time. This is one of the biggest elections besides the presidential election, because this controls, the governors. This is a gubernatorial election, which is very, very important, not unlike the presidential election. One that shouldn't be, but often is, ignored.
Right, no doubt. So this is for the governor of New Jersey, right?
Mm-hmm.
The governor of New Jersey and the governor of
Virginia,
right? What's up, Cheryl Queen? And
Cheryl Queen, what's up, Cheryl? Tell Keith I said, what up?
and I think it's a big.
Now my camera been working the whole time.
That's all right.
Your camera's off?
You incognito tonight.
Incognito.
Uh,
Like that.
But it's a big. I think it's a mayor. New York City has the mayor race tonight.
Ooh, that's ugly. That is getting ugly up here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with Cuomo and I can't even pronounce his name. Very controversial dude with very controversial views, but it's getting ugly. Some of the ads up here that you cannot see are man, crazy.
Well, the president said if the people that he's going for don't win, he gonna go straight gangster and cut off the funding for the state and the city for the people because his people didn't win. That's some gangster.
That's so sad, Lenny.
That's
is
like a
just
little sad boy.
so
I
sad.
didn't
Like,
win the
come on,
game. I'm gonna
man.
take my basketball and I'm going home.
I'm going home.
Y'all can't play
Who
no
does
more.
that? Who does that? Especially at a time like this.
Bitch ass.
Yeah. Bitch ass this.
Yeah, that's how he plays though, man. He plays like a petulant child. That's what I'm gonna call him. You know what I mean? Play like a petulant child, you know. But anyway, look, we got a nice format tonight, man. I'm trying to see if Arden's gonna get his camera together.
Yeah, we got something new for y'all. We got something new for y'all tonight.
Yep. You know, when Q's away, the fellas will play. So we just be trying all kinds of shits Nick when Q not here. So we're gonna go for broke. Ah, you getting it together with the camera? Not yet? Okay. We're waiting for Arden to try to get it together, but
We'll try to get it together.
mhm.
We're gonna enact an executive order on Art's camera. Get it working. Man, oh man.
TD in the
What's up,
building.
Teresa Davis?
Teresa be, you know, seeing you on Facebook here lately, doing your thing, young lady. Proud of you.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing, you know.
Absolutely.
Out there competing and all kinds of stuff. I see you out there.
I
Shout
see
outs to you. Mad love to you. So look, I don't know what's up with Arden, but we're gonna keep it moving for time's sake. And Kenny,
What you
might
in
have
spirit,
to-
brother?
Kenny, you might have to jump in and do the vibe. So I'm gonna put you on the vibe since Arden ain't there. So we're gonna move you over to the vibe, and you're gonna just have pinch hit, baby. You know what I mean?
We vibing under the city lights. Let's rock out for a minute.
Under the city lights, wherever the wind go take us. If it's good, we make it contagious. Said we vibing, laying on black sand beaches, thinking of what life teaches. So glad ain't fall from the deep end. Said we vibing, under the city lights, wherever the wind go take us. If it's good, we make it contagious. Said we vibing, laying on black sand beaches, thinking of what life teaches. So glad ain't fall from the deep end. Said we vibing, even when the days feel low. Faye's gonna have that glow. Already moving.
Absolutely. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the Night Brothers Show, KBS Live. We are vibing tonight. Tonight, we're going to flip the script. We're breaking out of our usual format. We're going to have 5 hard-hitting segments, rapid fire style, no filters, no fluff, just real talk on the topics that we'll present to you. And as always, we want you, the livest audience on the internet, to participate. Join in, give us your thoughts, give us your vibes, give us your feelings. Is it something you don't know that we know, something that we don't know that you know? Let us know. We got 5 hard-hitting segments, 5 topics of what's going on tonight. We're waiting for our big brother Arden to come back. We're going to see.
Let me see if he
I'm
made
in
it
effect,
back.
baby.
You made
He
it
in
back?
effect.
Peace,
There you
peace.
go.
Yeah,
There you
yeah. Take it over, brother. Take it over.
Hey, peace and love, man. Look, you know the vibe is, man. My man already gave you the vibe. You know he sung the song. I don't know if y'all know that. He definitely
Yes.
rocked the joint.
That's
Tell him
me.
so. Tell him so. That's how we got the vibe in.
We under the city lights.
Yo, so like my brother said, man, we got the 5 fabulous 5 segments, hard hitting, real quick, rapid fire. So we want you to, vibe with us. Let us know what you think about it. We always pull your comments up, always pull your questions up. You know it. You the stars of the show. We just host it. All right, so let's rock it out, baby. You know what we do.
There we is. What's up, people? Before we get started, we always got to keep it legal. And some of the topics we're going to touch on tonight, The first thing I want to tell you, we are not doctors or physicians. We are not providing any medical advice. This show is for educational purposes only. Please, please, please check with your physician before trying anything you hear on our show or any other show. Make sure it's right for you. Back to you, big bro.
No doubt, no doubt. We're gonna do that. And shout outs to Mimi Lee for jumping on. Let me stop your clock.
What's
Oh,
up,
wait,
Mimi?
Let me stop your clock. Let me stop your clock, Arden, and take you back
It's
to
all
5
good.
minutes.
It's all good. You put it on.
5 for 5. You got 5 minutes. But for Mimi Lee, I want to shout her out because she on a cruise ship.
And she's still
Yeah.
on.
That
It's
check.
international,
Still
Still
checking
on.
in.
We international.
Mimi, what are y'all eating tonight? Y'all done posted some really good looking food. What y'all eating tonight? I ain't seen nothing.
Yeah, we want to see all of that. We want to see all of that.
Yeah.
So, all right, Arden, your 5 minutes starts now, baby. Go ahead. You 5 minutes.
All
Five,
right, peace
five.
and love, man. Look, it's incredibly silent. It's incredibly silent on the seventh. And what I mean by on the seventh is, a lot of people aren't aware that the brother that passed, midshipman passed a few weeks ago, actually. So, which is really heart wrenching because anybody that sends their child to the Naval Academy would think that you're gonna be safe. It's one of the most secured institutions in the world. But there was a midshipman a few weeks ago that was discovered that he was missing for a while, and then he turned up unalive. And since then, there's been like absolutely silence to such a degree that you don't even see the story in the newspaper at all.
Filbert James is his name, Arden. Filbert James.
Yes,
Just to give him his proper due and
What?
respect to his family.
and I think his first name was Filbert James.
Filbert.
Filbert was his middle name, and James was his last name. But
Right here in
bottom
Jersey.
line, yes, indeed, he's from Jersey.
Kyle
And
Filbert. Excuse me. Kyle
Thank you,
Filbert.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So Kyle Filbert James was a second class midshipman, and going through the process of becoming a leader of our military establishment. So it's just heart wrenching to find that he passes and there's no word. I mean, like no word. Most people don't even know this story happened, and continually no word. There's a request from the family for an additional autopsy, another autopsy, as far as that's concerned. So there's a lot going on in reference to that, but there's no words in reference to what's happening. Historically, what you hear after somebody loses their life there at the Naval Academy is the fact that there was no foul play. That's the first thing. I mean, if you look at every other case, the last 8 cases has been the first thing, no foul play. And then there's, unfortunately, not a lot of information in reference to coming out. And there hasn't been any forthcoming information. I was hoping that a couple of people on the line I know that we have that are really faithful watchers of the Night Brothers show are really plugged in down there. And so we were going to lean on some of you guys, and that's why we bring it to you, because you just never know who knows what and who's going to be on the show. So many times there's somebody just right there just has firsthand knowledge. So that's why we throw it out there. We got our big brother Q internationally jumping in saying, "What's up, brother?" But
All right, this is
but
what I
that
wanted to know. And shout out to Brother Q. But this is what I want to know real fast since you got a minute 37. Why is this important story? We covered it before, but why is it important to keep it alive? And why is it so important for the family and the community to get closure? Because just with it just being out there with nothing is unnerving. You know what I mean?
it really is. It really is. I mean, one, uh, our condolences and heartfelt prayers to the family, because, like I said, it's unforeseen, it's unfathomable have that happen when you send somebody out there, especially to this type of institution, and then not to have any words in reference to what transpired, and it be so in the dark, is incredible. Secondly, he was an African American male going to a institution with that particular background is concerning also, and I mean that, and women really have a really difficult time in that organization. Um, and that's not me. You can just look up the files. It speaks for itself. So it's really concerning uh, at this time, especially when somebody's working for us, literally being trained to become a leader, to protect and serve us. For somebody to fall at that point and not get any information, that's terrible.
I'm gonna give you 30 more seconds, brother, because you're coming down on 10-second mark. But I really want you to speak to the closure part of this because, if anybody, well, everybody lost somebody somewhere along the lines in your family. How would you feel if this was your family member that was lost and it's like radio silence on what the hell went on and what, I mean, like no details.
No, I mean,
speak specifically.
it really hits. It hits a little different for me because I just had somebody very close to me graduate a few years ago. Not even a few, 2 years ago, literally. And to know that I've been down there pretty much off and on all my life. I've even served down there and trained midshipmen for about 3 or 4 years with Grandmaster Johnson. Um, it's just heartfelt. It's heart wrenching because I know a lot of people from there. We had some students, quite a few students. Like I said, for 4 years, we had students down there that's graduated and gone on to serve, and to see and know any of them, those people to go through that or have had that situation, or even possibly had that situation go or happen to them while I was there. It's just it's hard to take, especially the silence is deafening. It's almost to the point where you wonder at what point does the life of the person that goes to these institutions uh, become as valuable as the institution? Because we know secrets are kept to protect the institution. So, at some point in time, those lives have to account and add up for something. So it's just really sad, to not get a clear understanding of what transpired, at least for the family.
Amen, brother. Amen.
At least.
Couldn't agree with you
Amen,
more.
bro.
Down to the 1, 2, and we out
And-
to next
What's
What's
segment.
going on with food stamps about to run out? 42 million Americans who depend on the SNAP or Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program to eat, to survive. That's going to run out on Saturday? Yep. And let me explain. So right now, if you go to the U.S. Department of Agriculture website, it says, quote, Senate Democrats have now voted 12 times to not fund the food stamp program, also known as SNAP. Bottom line, the well has run dry. We're approaching an inflection point for Senate Democrats. They can continue to hold out for health care for illegal aliens and gender mutilation procedures, or reopen the government so mothers, babies, and the most vulnerable among us can receive critical nutrition assistance. That's quite a stark description of the reason that the government is shut down. Democrats say they're doing it to restore Medicaid benefits and also to continue the extension of the Obamacare subsidy so people can afford health insurance, which expires at the end of the year. But be that as it may, Democrats say, wait a second, there is a contingency fund for food stamps. And in fact, you can go back on the Wayback Machine and find a memo from all the way back just on September 30th of this year, so not really that long ago, that says congressional intent is evident that SNAP's operation should continue since the program has been provided with multi-year contingency funds to ensure that the state can continue operations during a federal government shutdown. Multi-year contingency funds available to fund participant benefits in the event that a lapse occurs in the middle of the fiscal year. So that's a Trump Agricultural Department memo from September 30th, but it's no longer on their website. And I asked USDA, what's up with that? And they said, oh, that's an iterative document. I said, what does that mean? They said it's constantly changing. They no longer think it's true. They think that their current legal analysis, which they acknowledge many disagree with, is that these funds are only for the event of a natural disaster, even if this September 30th document says it's for a government shutdown or can be used for a government shutdown. Democrats say that the Trump administration is changing their interpretation of the law so they can use the hunger of 42 million Americans to pressure Democrats to vote to reopen the government. The Trump administration says, no, that's not true. This is just their legal interpretation.
Kenny, your
Wow.
5 minutes. Hold on, let me pause. Let me go back and give you your full allotment of 5 minutes. All right,
Yeah,
so
brother. I'm proud, my
You
brother.
got
I'm not saying.
5 on it. So before
Yeah,
I
you-
start,
Get it.
before I start the clock, Kenny, in your 5 minutes, 5 minutes of funk. Remember that song, 5 minutes of funk?
5 minutes of funk.
Margaret with an update real fast. Margaret said, I heard it was suicide, so they're not broadcasting. That's from the previous segment. Thank you for the update, Margaret. If you know more, definitely shout out audience and let us know what you think. But anyway, Kenny, back to the segment 2, 5 minutes of funk. You on, baby, and it's about food stamps, not the shutdown part of this. It's the food stamp part of it. So who's right, who's wrong? Beyond the families, I'm not getting nothing. How does this impact stores, employees? You work in the food industry, all of that good stuff, man. Manufacturers and more, farmers, everybody. This ain't just the people that's not getting the food. Talk to us, Kenny. You on, baby? Go.
As far as who's right or wrong, I think it was touched on in the video. There should be shared blame. We criticize both. If you drill into it, the current, everybody's going to say the current administration has the House, the Senate, and of course the presidency, and they can end this shutdown when they want to, which is for the most part true. But if you look at it if you're from the outside looking at it, you take all the political rhetoric, all the BS out of it, and you're just a regular person, 9 to 5, trying to survive, trying to feed your family. This is what you see. You see a bunch of people on this side, you see a bunch of people on that side, and let me just reiterate, they are still getting paid. While we are out here trying to figure out, are we going to get food stamps? And now Trump said we're going to get partial. And then he may just say, F it, and I'm not giving you nothing until the shutdown ends. We're left out here with all that to decide. And these two parties, everybody's still getting paid. They're literally people on a paid vacation. I'm going to say that one more time. They are literally on a paid vacation while we are out here struggling. Whose fault is it? The way the political system is set up now, and through my research and talking to people in my years on this show and talking to a lot of political entities on this show and making my own decisions, once again, something we preach. Both parties. I am a registered independent. I will go with the best candidate who has the best ideas, the best business model, the best plan to help the American people. I don't care what word I'm looking for, because I'm getting upset and I'm not.
Political party.
Political party.
Affiliation. Yeah, but political affiliation. It's so silly. Because I see people like Lenny said, I work in that industry and I see people out here, black, white, they may be Republican, they may be Democrat, they may don't care. But they are all out here struggling. And we're on here talking about this shutdown belongs to the Democrats. This shutdown belongs to the Republicans. This shutdown belongs to us. This is the United States of America. People are out here starving with no political affiliation. They have no idea, through no fault of their own. People need these food stamps. People need this help. And we have millionaires with nothing to lose deciding our fate. I don't know what comes next. Lenny, if it doesn't end soon, I know companies that have had, I've talked to people in other companies, I'm not going to mention, they've had emergency conference calls, like in the event of people just running into stores and loading up shopping carts and running out. Yeah. This is what you do, a different plan of attack, but it's real. This is the United States of America, and businesses are planning for people to come in and ravage for food. What's really going on? So will it be a breakdown in crime? If anything doesn't change, I'm not sure of. I know the contingency funds were approved, and now Trump is saying, "Well, I'm going to do it. Well, I'm going to do half of it. Well, I'm not going to do it at all." We don't know. We really don't know. But we're living in a country where, first of all, a federal judge has to initiate the process of the president feeding the people in the United States. And we have businesses out here that are planning for people just to run in and grab carts full of food and run to feed their family. It's not the right thing to do, but it's the situation that these people are being put in. And at this stage and point, I'm just so up in the air about politics altogether. And once again, that's why I'm a registered independent.
Morgan made a statement that some of the very people that he voted for are feeling that pain. And
I see it every day.
You're absolutely right, Margaret. Because I was telling you, you got the person
by gender. Sorry about that, Art. By gender, you can see 47%. And I'm not saying all white people vote for Trump, but I'm just saying 47% of white people are the ones that's on food stamps.
Yeah,
and I'm not sure if everybody was
large
aware
majority. That is correct.
Yeah. And that's a good point, Lenny. But at this point, I don't even think that matters. Because
it matters because it's going to hit people where they
older people hungry in the United States of America.
Well, the sad part about it is that you holding up SNAP, but the fact is you holding up SNAP saying that you don't want to give people health care. Health care is going to triple, not
Easy.
double, not 100%, triple.
Easy.
So if you're paying $400 now, you're gonna be paying $1,200. If you're paying $1,100, like a lot of families are, $1,200, you're gonna look at how you gonna do $3,600.
I'm gonna pause the clock to give
family.
Kenny the last. Pause the clock
You
to
know
give
what I'm
Kenny the
saying?
last 30.
No, I apologize, Kenny, but I just wanted to say that. You know what I mean? Because what you're doing is you holding up health care, and you basically robbing people for real. Like I ain't gonna feed you unless you tell them to vote for this. Now, okay, so what? I eat today, but as soon as I go to the hospital, I'm in foreclosure in my house, and then on top of that, I mean, it's just so many levels to this because this is not.
That goes to Cheryl's point. But you just said, you're going to feed me today. Cheryl said partial payment, but there's no timeline when the benefits will be distributed or when they will end.
Right. But the thing is that after that, if you get sick one time, the price is going up 300%. Let's get a hold of that. And then now they've taken all of the protection for the consumer away. So now they can, what they just changed is that usually if you have a medical situation, it doesn't affect your credit so much. Now it can. Now they can go after and get your seize anything, you know what I mean, from your car to your house to whatever that is to get those funds back.
Biden got rid of that.
It's a whole lot.
To your point, Biden got rid of that, and then they're bringing it back.
They brought it back.
Great points. Tashia says, wifey says, meanwhile, Trump is building a ballroom and hosting a party at Mar-a-Lago with taxpayer dollars.
Yes.
We standing in food lines. No doubt.
He had a party. Yeah.
No doubt.
He sure did.
Kenny, I'm going to give you a whole minute. I'm giving you 30 seconds back.
My apology, Kenny.
No, bro.
A whole minute. Go ahead, baby. It's on you.
That's what we're here for. And I'm going to touch on, I'm going to finish it out. I'm going to touch on what Tashia said. Yes, he did. The ballroom is supposedly, look what I'm doing, supposedly paid for by his donors, his homies, or whatever. I got to see receipts and construction bills and all that. But he did have a $3 million party at taxpayers' expense at his estate in Mar-a-Lago in Florida. What was it called? God, I can't think what it was called. It's
the Great Gatsby.
Great Gatsby.
Wow. Well, you know the storyline.
In the middle of tonight will be, at the end of tonight will beat his previous shutdown record of his first administration at midnight tonight. And he's having parties and talking about, well, maybe I'm going to give you something to eat Maybe I'm not. If I'm not mistaken, this same thing is going on right now in North Korea.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yo,
He
the
wanna
funny
be
part
like
about
that.
it,
Time
the
up.
funny
Art.
part about
Time
it
is
that,
up. Time is up.
yo,
You think
no,
beef or chicken has the most protein? Think again. Beef gives you 26 grams per 100 grams. Eggs, only 13 grams. Chicken, around 27 grams. But there's one food that beats them all, and it's not meat, not dairy, not even from an animal. It's so protein dense that just a few spoonfuls give you more amino acids than a full serving of meat. Without the fat or cholesterol, it's loaded with iron, magnesium, antioxidants, and every essential amino acid your body needs for muscle, hormones, and immunity. Athletes use it for performance. Doctors recommend it for recovery. Scientists study it to fight global malnutrition, and it's called spirulina. Blend a teaspoon into your smoothie or post-workout drink and feel the difference. Share this with a friend who still thinks meat has the most protein.
All right, Art, before I start the clock on you, Art, I'm gonna do you a favor, and I'm gonna give you 30 seconds to finish your statement on the last subject. Go ahead. 30
the
seconds.
gentleman on the scholar, real quick. I just want to shoot that to you. So, no, but what's so hilarious, man, and how he just throws this shit in people's faces. I'm sorry. If you have a party about the Great Gatsby, whatever that is, I might be messing the name up, but I know the story. The story is about a leader that threw lavish food and lavish parties and fed lavish feasts while his people were starving. Look it up.
Yep.
So to have that is just lavish, you know what I mean, on the top of everything else.
At a
You know what I
time
mean?
like this,
At a
Oh,
time where
definitely.
people could be starving, we're going to do this. And this is going to be the theme. So let's talk about high quality food.
Hold on, real fast before we start the clock. DC said she was shocked, surprised that he defaced the White House the way he did. But we'll pick up on that in your segment, Kenny. Your next
No, you're absolutely
All right.
right. We're gonna
5
touch on
minutes
that
of
too.
phone.
For real.
Fab starts now, and you're on. brother.
Ow! So, spirulina is a type of blue-green algae scientifically known and cultivated around the world. It is like 70% of its dry mass is protein. Phenomenal. At clean protein that can be broken down in your body and absorbed, which a lot of proteins people say that has a lot, things that people say have a lot of protein in it, like beef, red meat, you can't process it in 30 days. What happens to meat in 30 days? It spoils inside you. Whole lot. So, getting back to some clean stuff. Your spirulina, vitamins include B1, B2, B3, vitamin A, beta carotene, iron, magnesium, essential fatty acids. I mean, it's absolutely a superfood. It's something I've, utilized for over 40 years. You can get it in powder form. You can get it in liquid form. It's absolutely incredible food. Most of us can't eat enough greens. One thing I call it is like my hack sometimes is I'll get some spirulina, chlorophyll, or whatever else, and throw that in something, whether it's on a salad, on some food, or in a shake, or in some juice or whatever else, and blend it up and consume it so I can get what I need.
Margaret has a question for you, Arden.
Yes, indeed.
She wants to know, can she use the spirulina pills? Much
Yes,
like
she can.
when the video gets to it. Let me see if I can pause it right here.
Yep. Boom.
This is
And
spirulina
I can
pills.
tell you those pills are Sun Gorilla. That's what it's called. That brand is called Sun Gorilla. But yeah, that's good chlorophyll there. Definitely. Good spirulina. Yes, I would definitely utilize the pills if easy to take, knock it out real quick, and it definitely takes care of you and sees you through.
What about the taste profile, Arden? Because I don't know if Margaret's asking that because the powder looks intimidating. Let me go to the powder. The powder looks
it can
intimidating.
be.
For the taste profile, is it pungent or is it okay to?
It is.
Or,
It is.
talk
It's
about
green. It's super green. I mean, like green, 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 green. So if you don't like the taste of green, I would just suggest you do what Margaret Nick does and take the pills. Also, you can put it in a shake, and the natural it'll turn the shake green. Because I used to always have green shakes. You can ask Lenny for
Yeah.
sure. I used to be the green machine, but it won't affect the taste so much where you won't be able to enjoy your shake. So
Right.
there
Absolutely.
is a way, but it is green. So don't let me shoot you no shot, no yeah. But so if you just pour some spirulina in some water and stir it up, oh, you might not enjoy yourself. You might not, but it's still gonna help you for real. So go with the pills if you have a version of the taste, uh, the version of the taste, and
All right,
take
and I
it.
got another
I'm just
question
saying,
for
add it to your daily regimen. Definitely.
All right,
What's
this
your
is my question for you. And how can spirulina be vital for nutrition right now? Because in this day and age, we don't know where we're going. Let me pause the clock for you because I'm taking up your time. Let me pause the clock. So in this day and age, you have 1:05 coming out of my question. In this day and age, people are getting less money and less, very little food. This is a high-powered protein, spirulina
Yes.
is. So for them to just get a canister, which is probably about $12, $13, it's not that much because I bought a big canister about, yo big. How is this could be vital especially for children that might be missing out on supplements because food has been taken away? Can you speak to that for
That's
us?
a very good, very, very, very good point. It brings me to another point. After I'll run right into that. But for children, I mean, if you have children and they're able to take a pill or whatever else, or you can put it in their shake, I would say make sure you have them take this every day. Because for them to get like nutrition is extremely important as a growing adult or a growing child or whatever else. So that's imperative. More importantly, in a situation where you know your food may be compromised and you don't have enough money in certain places where you have to buy some other stuff to stretch it, that is a hack. They could take some of this and it'll definitely increase their nutrition. You know, they might not eat a lot, but they'll be nutrition dense. It'll get nutritionally dense food or shot from that. It's very important. And it's also a survival food right now where we have a little problem, well, big problem with questionable whether food's going to be there at the grocery store. This is something you should have at your home time to
Good
survive.
looking,
This
Art.
is
Good
survival
looking.
food. It lasts long.
Before we bounce on to the next segment, Margaret Nick says we talked about this on the show before. We dedicated the whole show to it.
Yes.
And she says she bought the pills. She take it every day. Margaret, I would like to ask you a follow up if you don't mind answering it for the public and for the viewers. How is it helping you and things of that nature? And is it
Did you feel it different?
Is it easy to take and all of that? Help the viewers out there might be curious about this. Look, fast moving, Fab Five. Got to move on to the next subject real fast. And we're getting variety in these Fab Fives. We're jumping from different things to different things. We're not keeping it all health. We're not keeping it all social. We're not keeping it all. But the next one is near and dear to my heart. I'm going to let you watch the video. Oh, I hate to watch this video.
Let's get it.
I hate to watch it.
Let's go.
Dirty is coordinated. Good move by Daniels to get away from the first hit, but even better play by Drake Thomas to stay with the elusive Washington quarterback who's hurt. Jaden Daniels down and in some pain. So Daniels going down right away in this really injury-plagued, nothing going right season for Washington takes another awful turn. Daniels got tangled and the arm just gets pinned. And immediate concern from the athletic training staff and everybody over there to look after Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, man.
All right, before I
Kenny.
start your 5 minutes, Kenny, let me roll it back.
Yo.
I gotta get my 15, 30 seconds. Shout out to my man Jaden, man.
Yeah, man.
He's a warrior, and I pray for his
Salute you.
full recovery and that his career can continue onward. I hope that it can. I think that it will. And God is good, so I'm accounted that it will. Kenny, you on, brother? Talk about this whole Washington thing, and I got a quick question before we even get into Jaden, because Washington has a history with this. Could you give the public or the viewers a little background or historical perspective about high-profile quarterback injuries with Washington teams, football teams?
Well, of course, we seen what happened to Jaden. A lot of y'all might not remember Joe Theismann. I think was it Lawrence Taylor? We were playing the Giants that broke his leg.
Yeah, LT
late in the game. We all know about RG3. That was an ugly injury. He still tried to play through it. But here's one you may not know. Alex Smith, 2018, he came over from I believe it was the Chiefs.
Yeah.
He had a horrible injury. He almost died from the post-surgery infection.
Oh, wow.
Alex Smith. And people will say, well, maybe he shouldn't have been in the game. This day and age, I don't know. I agree. But they were driving. But the game was decided, and football is a very, very violent game. We've seen a lot of unwarranted injuries of some of the players that I talked about just now. I don't know. Maybe he shouldn't have been in the game. There's the RG3 video. Ooh, that's ugly too.
Damn.
Ooh, that's ugly.
Yeah, that's another one. You're right. Look at his leg.
And I thought it was Jake, because I was dozing off, half asleep, but I thought it was his leg. And I saw it was his arm was turned. Oh, I watched the replay. I'm like, oh,
yes.
God. Maybe he shouldn't have been in the game. The game was pretty much decided. Maybe. But that's your starting quarterback.
Maybe.
You are making a drive. You are trying to make a statement. You are trying to build on something for next week. Okay. I get it. But from a personal standpoint, I wouldn't have had him in the game at that stage, at that time, to be susceptible to an injury like we just saw. I just don't know.
Yeah, Armand and I'm going to pause while I talk and let you get your 4 or 5 minutes. But Armand and I were at the game. Armand Wallace, Legends from the Past show. We were at the game, and we was getting that. Just call it like it is.
Yeah.
I'm a Washington
Straight
fan.
up.
We was getting our ass kicked. And it was first time me and Wallace was at the game. Wallace looked at me. I looked at him. He said, yo, man.
Let's get it.
Yeah, you want to bounce if it continues like this? And I was like, yeah, how long we going to give it to? He said, maybe, man, somewhere in the late third quarter or something. If it don't get no better, man, let's beat some traffic. So we bounced, right? We bounced, got to the car, and, got out of the parking lot before a whole lot of traffic came. So, and, we all die fans. We felt bad about leaving, but we still listening to the game on the way, going home on the car. And then we hear this. And, man, we look at each other like, insult to injury. How worse could this get? And
wow.
So we weren't there to see it, but I could imagine you could hear a pin drop in that building. That building was packed that night. But anyway, Kenny, go ahead. I'm sorry about that. Go ahead, brother.
But why was he in? Come on.
It's understandable. It's understandable in today's game. Nothing really, really crazy. It's understandable, but I wouldn't have had him in the game at that point, but I'm not an NFL coach. Is he out for the season? Absolutely. This injury was to his left arm.
Yeah.
He's right-handed.
He's got to hold the ball up.
Yeah, is there a possibility he could come back? No, he would be a fool to come back. He is done for the season. Was it preventable? I just said football is a very violent sport, and it wasn't really a contact injury. He planned to break his fall like everybody else did, and his arm went the wrong way. That happens for people playing tennis or anything else. So, was it preventable? Only if he wasn't in the game. Is Dan Quinn at fault? Depends on how you feel about a player, your star player being in the game. The game pretty much decided. It's late. I don't know, but in today's world, today's football, today's sports, you want your stars to finish the game. They're finishing to build something for next week. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people say, well, they're losing. You can take this one out. Yeah, but you're building on next week. We want to go into next week with something positive.
Right.
My Cowboys, I'm just going to throw this in there because I know people got something to say. I know you got something to say, Lenny. My Cowboys.
I ain't saying nothing.
Well, yeah, I know it's coming, but it's a whole different story. We should have took our players out, not to not get hurt, not to get embarrassed. We were trash. But I don't know. He's definitely out for the season. Was it preventable?
Yeah,
Only if he wasn't in the game. Other than that, if you're on a football field at any time or basketball court or anything, any kind of injury can happen to you. So the only preventable way is not being on the court, on the field.
minimize liability. Yes,
When
indeed.
they ask,
And that's
when they ask
leadership.
Dan Quinn, and that's the coach right there, Dan Quinn. Let me back it up. Dan Quinn is the coach right here. You see his
Right
face.
there, yeah.
When they asked him, let me back it up one more time. They asked him, let me see. That's Dan Quinn. They asked him about, why was he still in the game and all this and all of that. And he really couldn't give a straight answer. And you could see the anguish on his face. And he was holding his head down like he said, he felt so bad. You know what I mean? He felt the guilt, I guess, of, damn, maybe I should have took his out. That's how
The responsibility of managing a team. It's a few things. It is. It definitely is.
I
But
was talking to a gentleman that does security, and he said that they didn't take him to the hospital right away. They waited until the game was over. He said he didn't get home until at 2 a.m. Wow. That's crazy.
Maybe Jaden said, I don't want it's dislocated. Maybe I don't want to go to the hospital. I want to watch my team. Maybe he said that. We don't know.
That guy's a young warrior, man, because
they
drove the cart out for him. The cart that they
He
take
said
players
no.
off.
He walked off.
He was like, F that cart. I'm
I ain't
walking
doing
off
it,
like a man.
Yeah, I ain't doing it.
Walking
you
off
always
like
want to leave on your own power, under your own power, not being carried. You don't want to be carried on.
Last 34 on you, Kenny, because we took some of your time. Last 34 on you, brother. What else?
No, it was dislocated. They probably got him to the hospital and popped that back in an hour or so after he got to the hospital and did whatever they had to do. I haven't seen any updates. I don't know if y'all have, but it's a serious enough injury for him to be out for the season. And I'm going to say it one more time. Should he have been in the game? My perspective, no. I'm not an NFL coach. These things happen. Football is a violent sport. I wish the brother the best. A quick recovery. He's still young, so he'll be just fine.
Good segment, brother. Good segment. Last segment, look, we talked about the food disparity and the EBT and all of that. But shifting is now 35, 36 days plus. Now we just shift straight to the government shutdown. Now, implications, they kind of overlap a little bit. But when you're talking about shutdown, this is historic. Trump has 2 records.
Yeah.
2 records.
Neither one of them good.
No.
He had the last shutdown record. Now he done broke his own record with another shutdown. The shutdown is not just for government workers. I want to say this before we start this segment. This segment is for all of us. All of us have some questions in this. But this segment, the shutdown is really, it has overreaching effects, not to just the workers that work for the government or work in the government on government payroll. It's like stores in the surrounding area, in the DMV area, are feeling it because the government workers nobody's really spending money right now. You layer this in with the EBT thing, nobody wants to spend money, so stores are not getting money. The airports are slow. I'm surprised. I'm glad Quavy drove to New York instead of having to catch a plane up there. You know what I mean?
How about that? Yeah.
So that was good planning on their behalf, or forethinking, or whatever, or just being blessed for living right. But it is a lot going on. So anyway, I want to start it off, audience, with you and with you, Kenny. First of all, how long will it go? What will it take to shut it down? And will the elections from tonight in New Jersey and Virginia play in a role with getting this shut down? Because it seems like Abigail Spansberger from Virginia is going to win her race.
What a
They
win.
already called her race. She
Called her
won.
win, yes.
And then the governorship
Congratulations.
in New Jersey seems like I don't know. And then Mondami, the New York mayor candidate, I haven't checked up on it because I've been on the show. But
Yeah.
if all Democrats win
It's like,
tonight,
yep.
what happens? Does that send a
Those
message
cities
to
get
them?
attacked.
Yeah. So talk
Well,
to me about that.
I'm gonna answer the second question first. Will the gubernatorial election results here in New Jersey and also Virginia play a role as far as the government shutdown? The jury's still out because Virginia and Jersey are blue states anyway. It's not like nobody's getting flipped, if you understand what I'm saying. So the jury's still out. I would hope it would. I would think it would. I mean, using logic, I would think it would, but it's not a guarantee. It's not a slam dunk. First of all, we got to think about who we're up against and all the political rules and amendments and constitutional laws that have been broken already. So it's still an uphill battle. But how long I think will it go? I'm going to go on a limb and look at some research and say not much longer because a lot of people, from what I'm hearing, both Democrats and Republicans are saying enough is enough. As of midnight tonight, I believe this will be his longest shutdown, Lenny. Like you said, he's breaking his previous
He breaks the record tonight.
record from his last administration,
He
which is
good
a
at
hell of a
something.
record to break, but he likes
Good
to
at
break
being
records.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
And then again, and I mentioned it earlier, the House, the Senate, and everybody, they still get paid. They're on a paid vacation. I don't mean how you twist it, how you look at it, they're on a paid vacation. But the jury is still out on the direct impact of the gubernatorial elections up here. We got Mondani in New York, and Mikey Sherrill here is going against Jack Ciccarielli, which is the Trump guy. He wants to put a 10% tax on everything, including food. Ridiculous. It would just be more of the same. But Mikey Sherrill seems to have the inside track. Like you said, Lenny, I haven't had a chance to look because I've been up for the show and prepping for the show just like you have. And I
I'm
really
gonna
haven't.
say she won. I'm not sure which
It's-
state
it's
he's
been
talking
called.
about.
Which
She's
she-
talking about Virginia.
He talking about Virginia probably.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I'm not sure. I
In
wasn't
the
sure.
past,
Right,
the governor
from
was
Virginia.
Republican for Virginia, right?
Yeah,
Remember?
Glenn Young.
Yeah.
Glenn Young.
Yeah.
Because we met him actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. We met him.
But I don't know if this furlough will it directly affect the shutdown, but it has to end. It has to stop now. It's getting out of control, and the only people who are suffering are the down home every day going to work, middle class families that are struggling to make ends meet. They are the ones that are suffering. It has to end. It has to. I don't know, bipartisanship, whatever y'all got to do. We got to figure this out because it's too much. It's
We
too
gotta
much.
do it.
People are getting hurt.
Absolutely. I agree with you.
And do
Arden,
some
coming
real
your way.
work.
Last question of the night. Arden, coming your way. And, we passed the 5-minute mark, but
Oh man.
they say some government jobs because of the shutdown. Trump
Definitely.
took advantage of it, and he said that some government
said that before.
governments will be gone forever. He's not going to bring, like, if he laid off, I don't know how many. Let's say, 10,000 people was laid off from the government in D.C. or wherever, and will even half of these jobs get put back in there because that's what they want to do. What do you think?
Well, I mean, it's not even what I think. It's what he said. Prior to this, he didn't mind if they shut the government down because if they did, he planned on cutting more government jobs. Now in DC, not in DC, but in the DMV, what I've read is there's been about 300,000 jobs cut in this particular area. That affects so many businesses and so many communities on so many levels that it's ridiculous. And the goal was when the government shut down, that's what they said. Their plan was to shut and cut more jobs from the government. Period. So will some of them be gone? As far as he's concerned, forever? Yeah, I believe that's what the goal was at first. Yes.
Good looking brother. Good looking brother. Look, man. I will say this. Q, you out there. You out of there tonight. I will say this, brothers. I kind of enjoyed this format, tonight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We was able to get in more subjects. We was able
Yeah.
to talk about more issues than what we normally talk about. We didn't
Correct.
belabor the point on any of them. And I like the fast-moving, hard-hitting, fast-paced thing. All right, y'all tell us what you think. If you
Tell us what you think.
if you enjoyed the format, we will return to it every so often and do a Fab Five. And, pick 5 subjects. You can even submit some of the ones that you want. And we can go deep, and we'll mix it up. Make sure we have a little health in there, a little
Yes,
social
indeed.
in there, a little politics,
funny.
a little fun.
Yeah, it's-
Here's what we can do, audience. If something you really want to talk about, you want us to touch on, inbox one of us. Inbox the Night Brothers show. Inbox me, Arden, Lenny, or E. Inbox us. Let us know.
No doubt. So, great show. I want to shout out to a lot of things that's going on. Shout out to some of my family members that's dealing with some things. Y'all just say some
Yeah.
prayers for
God
my
bless.
family. That's all I ask.
Yes.
I'll leave it at that.
Yes, indeed.
I want to say shout out to the brothers that holding it down tonight while Key was out playing once again.
Yo,
And
Hey.
shout out to him for enjoying himself and
no doubt,
Yeah,
having a
rest
great
and
time, man.
relaxation. Yeah.
Definitely. And
Thank you,
shout out
Margaret.
to all the press people. God bless all the press people all through the planet, all over the planet. Indeed.
No doubt. Our challenge is going to be coming up pretty soon when Q comes back.
Next week.
Yes. Thank you for the comments, Cheryl and Margaret, for saying. Like to
Okay,
hear more
Cheryl.
about AI. Okay.
Well,
We'll
AI.
definitely bring that. We'll
We're gonna definitely bring that up.
We might do a Fab Five next week, just to
Oh, AI.
keep
Oh, yeah.
keep testing the format. You know what I mean?
That's the best.
Yeah. Good topic, Cheryl.
I'm gonna say yeah, she
Thank
liked
you.
it as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good deal. Y'all the best, man.
Thanks for coming. We
night,
appreciate you
DC.
so much.
Y'all the
Love
best.
y'all. A life.
All right,
Peace
y'all.
and
Peace
love.
and love. We'll definitely holler at y'all next week. Might be a Fab Five. We'll see. Throw out the
Might be.
topics.
Hey, get some
AI is-
spirulina.
AI is one.
Peace and love.
All right, y'all. Good night.
Good night.